Hi, it's Jane with the Compassion Project, and I am here today with Teigen Gayse. Welcome, Teigen.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
I am so excited to have Teigen back on because I had her on the Compassion Project 5 months ago. It was July 16th. We had an amazing chat about your career, what you're doing, but yeah, time goes by so fast. So welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm just excited to hear how you've been doing. So a little bit about this inspiring young woman. Teigen is beautiful inside and out, and she is incredibly talented. She's a singer and songwriter and is one of Canada's newest, hottest rising young country superstars. Yay! It's true. Teigen released her debut album on April 17th this year, and she was in Texas promoting her album when COVID-19 hit. And everything changed, which it has for so many people. But my heart goes out to you. And yeah, it's not an easy time. So Teigen has been back here in her home province of BC and is currently recording a new 3-song EP at a home studio in Coldstream, which is actually really close to me. And today she is going to share what it takes to write a love song. And she is going to bless us with a performance of her new single, and it's called I Don't Want to Love Anymore. And I know a lot of us probably feel that way when we've gone through heartache. So yeah, welcome. Excited.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So let's start with I just want to know how you've been doing. Oh, it looks so cute.
It's cute. Aw.
That's cute. I just want to know how you've been managing the last 5 months, because I know it's difficult. So many things are canceled, and it's important for you to get out there and on the stages and stuff. So yeah, so how have you been doing the last 5 months?
Well, I mean, I can't believe it's been 5 months. That just blows my mind. But it's been a whirlwind. I guess the last time I talked to you was in the summertime, right smack in the middle of in the performing, I guess, stage where I was wanting to perform. I was wanting to get out there and play live shows. And it was very difficult to try and find shows and to make sure that you were following COVID precautions. And it was just, a lot to take in for everyone. But it's definitely a lot. I kind of like where I'm at right now, just because I am recording music and I'm not out there trying to grind to play live shows. It's just more like the creative side of me getting to write music and create new music, and hopefully when everything COVID hopefully goes away a little bit, and I can you never know or whatever, right? But I'm definitely in a happier spot right now, just because I am more in the creative process, recording and writing. So that makes me a little bit happy. I'm definitely nervous for when I do have to start performing, because I'm like, is it still going to be the same?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions of what the new normal is going to be, or how long it'll take to actually get back to how it was. It is going to take time. And the interesting thing about people is we're habit forming. So we get into these habits, and we can create a new normal, but I certainly hope we can get back in a crowd.
I know it's scary to think, but I'm very optimistic, and I hope and I pray that soon everything can go back to normal.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So when did you start recording this new EP? Because it's 3 songs, right?
Yes, we've been 3 songs we're working on, and I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you guys to hear it. I absolutely love the producer I'm working with. He's wonderful, and we just get along so well, and he's so talented and so
What's his name?
His name is Jeff Johnson.
Nice.
And Bailey Way Entertainment is his company name, and he's out of Coldstream. And we just click really well. And I just love everything that we've been working on. Like we got I Don't Want to Fall in Love Anymore, and then we recorded a Christmas song, and then now we're currently working on a wine song, which is really fun. So we've been creating so much, and so it's been really fun just to, to find someone to create this great music with that I've honestly never really had that before, where I found someone that I can like I have, but this is like I'm really excited about this just because he's so close, I guess is the thing that's really nice. Like I created music in Texas with people and Calgary, but it's so cool that it's right by me.
Yeah,
So
that's exciting. It sounds like you really click with him.
yeah, I do. Like, I do really click with him. And we wrote a song together. And I've never really written with anyone before. I've written all my music on my own. And so I did like my first co-write, and we came up with something really cool. And it was really exciting to think like, oh, wow. Like, so writing music with people is fun. It is cool. Like, I've never done that before. So that was really exciting to know that, I could write with people and come up with something really neat. And I'm excited for you guys all to hear my songs coming out
Yeah.
in 2021.
Yay. And she is going to sing for us at the end after we've had a little chat. She's going to get her guitar out and sing. So
You
we're
bet.
super excited. So what inspires you to write? I know your new single. I know that it is came after heartbreak. So
Mhm.
all of us have gone through heartbreak. I mean, if you want to fall in love, that's part of the journey, I guess.
Yeah.
But what is it inspires you? How do you come up with a song when you've gone through something that's really painful?
Yeah. So this process was like I'll tell you this process because I find it very interesting. When I was going through the breakup, I was so hurt and I was filled with so many emotions, and I wanted to write something, but I just couldn't. I couldn't come up with something that I wanted to write because I was feeling so much. I hated him one day. I loved him the next day. I missed him the next day. I wanted to be like, I was just filled with so much emotion that I didn't know what to write. I didn't know what to say. So I didn't I don't even think I really played music or wrote anything really because for like 6 months because I didn't know what to say because I was just so torn apart. And I was like, oh, Tegan, like I was like, I kind of just let it go. And after everything kind of like settled down a little bit and I could kind of like get a clear mind of what I wanted to say. I just remember one night after work and like I worked at the Corral. I used to bartend at the Corral, and I got home from work and it was like 3 in the morning, and I picked up my guitar and I started writing. And that's what came to mind was like, if after everything, after going through that, after all the bullshit, that's kind of what I came up with is like, wow, that was so painful that I never want to do that again. Like, obviously, we all do it again because falling in love is magical. But just in that time, how I felt, I was like, why would I ever want to do that to myself again? Because I was in so much pain. I was so hurt. I felt so worthless. Like you think of all the things that you did wrong. Like, when you go through a breakup, you question yourself and everything. And I was just like, I never want to do that again. I never want to fall in love anymore. It was so hard and sad to see someone leave. And I mean, man, I've been in that situation a few times, and I feel the same way every time. But then you end up finding someone and you're so happy and you're in love and it's so magical. And you're right, that is just the journey and the process. But I'm very proud of myself for writing a song that I feel everyone can relate to, and that is just so like there's no tricks to the song. There's no like, it just is what it is. I don't want to fall in love anymore, and it's so plain and it's so simple and it's just is. And I'm really happy that I wrote something so like simple for everyone to relate to.
Simple but so deep and so much meaning. Like I honestly,
Exactly.
I started to feel like emotional when you were talking about it. I literally was like, okay, I'm not gonna cry. But I felt like when you're saying you were in such deep pain for 6 months and that you couldn't be creative. And it's interesting because I know people that are creative, like artists, singers,
Mhm.
whatever, sometimes when they do go through a bad time, it's hard to find that creative side because you
Yeah.
are in pain. A lot of people in the pandemic had trouble being creative because, you have to almost have to step away from the pain to
Yeah.
look back at it or something. I don't know.
And I did. That's why I couldn't write, because I just didn't know what to say. Like I was just feeling so much and I was so hurt, and I didn't. Sometimes when I write a song, I find I call them run-on songs, because I'm filled with so much emotions that I'm putting so much into a song where I'm just like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Like there's too much in there. And I find that sometimes I do that a lot. So I have to brainstorm to figure out, okay, what's the point of the song before I write it, kind of thing, right? Like, what am I trying to get at when I write the song, instead of like, jamming a bunch of stuff in there where it gets confusing. So I knew that that's what was kind of happening when I tried writing about how I was feeling. So I just kind of left it for a bit until I was inspired, until you just know, like, even with my song "Don't Look Back," when I knew I wanted to, when I had that lyric, "Don't look back, you're not going that way," I was like, oh, that's so powerful. I was like, I just don't know exactly what I want to say yet. So there's going to be a day where it just comes to me, and it did. And you just, as a writer, you just kind of,
So do you tend to start with a title?
it changes all the time. Sometimes I'll have a title. Sometimes I'll just be playing on my guitar with chord progressions. I love, for me, it's all about the melody first. When I hear a song, I won't even notice it unless it's got a catchy melody, or if it's got something that I'm like, ooh, that made my soul feel good, or ooh, like, like I just felt that, you know what I mean? So I always try and like mess around with different chord progressions, and then with my voice try and like find something catchy. And then sometimes I'll just come up with this weird line, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I'm going to roll with it. And sometimes I have a lyric, or sometimes I'm feeling something and I want to write it down. Like, it changes all the time for how the writing process goes. But I know that I always I need that like catchy melody first, is what I try and go for.
So for you, like just being on your guitar, just kind of fiddling around and coming up with different tunes and melodies, is that something that you do that you find is like stress-free for you? You just get at your guitar, and then sometimes I think too, when people are creative, it almost comes through you. You can, like artists will just paint, and sometimes they get into a zone of painting and they
Mm-hmm.
can't really remember. It's always, my sister's a really good painter. She says sometimes it just flows out of her and this
Oh
incredible
yeah.
painting comes out.
Mm-hmm. And it's like meditation. It feels,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
Okay, that's really cool. So, what do you want people to experience when they listen to your music? Like, what is it you want people to
mhm.
get from your songs and
Well, I mean,
your
every
music?
song is different, and for me, the goal when I write music is I just want them to to feel something. Like when I listen to music and I hear a song and I'm like, "Oh my gosh," like whether it be sad or happy or whatever the feeling may be for that song, just to feel something, to know that a song can have that power to make you feel something. Like even just talking about it gives me shivers, that a song can do that. That's what I want to do. That's what I want my music to do. I want a song to come on and them just be like, oh, like that sounded so good. Or like, wow, I can relate to this girl. Like, oh, I'm not alone. Or like just any of those feelings. I want people to feel that when they listen to my music, because that's how I feel when I listen to other people's music that I connect with. I'm just like, oh God, that felt good. Or like even a sad song. Like I'm a sucker for sad songs. Like if I hear a sad song and I'll like cry and cry and cry and cry, it still feels good to know that you can feel something through music. Even if it is like sad, it just like, I don't know, just it takes you back to a time, or it makes you feel like you're not alone, or there's like this insane connection, and it's like magic. I don't know, it's really cool. And I just want people to feel that when they listen to my music. That is the ultimate goal.
Oh, and the thing is, feelings is it's everything. And
Mhm.
I know that things that have happened in our past that are really important, or memories, whether they're sad or happy, or it's always attached to a moment. So our clear memories have emotion attached to it. So if you hear a song and you can bring people back to those moments, whether it's a first date or whether it is a breakup that they've gotten through and they feel it, that's an incredibly beautiful thing. It's a gift you give people because it can be healing. How many
Mhm.
people listen to music? They're in a heartache. They hear a song and they start, like you say, they start to feel like I'm not just the only one going
Yeah.
through heartache. Like I'll be okay.
Hmm. And
That's a huge gift you're giving people.
it is, and I don't know what it is. Like, we all know that we aren't the only ones, but it's just that, like, certification. I don't know, but it feels nice. It feels good, even if it is sad. It's just knowing that you're not alone, or whatever your feeling might be in that moment. But it just feels nice.
Well, I'm excited because we are going to, I think you might as well pull out your guitar and sing this song for us. And I'm really looking forward to hearing hearing you play.
Oh, yes, I hope you guys like it. So yeah, this I'm really excited for you guys to hear the recorded version, because Jeff just did an incredible job on the production of the song. I know that my cast and night interview showed a little bit of it, and it's just like, oh, it really hits home, and I'm so proud of the production of the song. I just, like, can't get over how good of a job he did. But
Oh, I'm excited. So it's called I Don't Wanna Love Anymore.
I don't want to fall in love anymore.
I don't want to fall in love anymore. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay.
Again, like, I know on the cast in an interview, it also said that, and I'm like, again, one of those things where it's like, you guys get it. You don't want to fall in love, whatever. But that's the basic idea of the song.
Okay, good. I don't want to fall in love anymore. Okay.
So, can you hear good?
Yes.
It takes time, then you're alright. Realize that you haven't cried in a few weeks. I guess it's better than a few damn days. Pretty soon then you're doing you, laughing more like you used to. Bittersweet cup of tea, close enough to happy. No, I don't wanna fall in love anymore. Don't wanna watch you never leave out the door. Don't wanna hold another hand, make sense and try and understand why I'm sad. No, I don't wanna fall in love anymore. So's gone and so's he. It feels nice, I can finally breathe. Ooh. And I remember when I thought this was it. Now I'm left here picking up the pieces. That's okay, I'm better off anyway. No, I don't wanna fall in love anymore. Don't wanna watch you never leave out the door. Don't wanna hold another hand, make sense and try and understand why I'm sad. No, I don't wanna fall in love anymore. Oh, 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 oh. No, I don't wanna fall in love anymore. Don't wanna watch you never leave out the door. Don't wanna hold another hand, make sense and try and understand why I'm sad. No, I don't wanna fall in love anymore.
That was so good. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
You have such a beautiful voice, honestly.
Thanks, Jane.
I loved it. And I feel like I get emotional.
I'm glad. That's what I want to do. That's like, I hope that, I hope that you're feeling as what I was talking about before when I hear someone's song that really hits home for me, and it just makes me
It
feel.
made me feel emotional because I think when we're really young and we're so vulnerable and we so want to be loved back, and I mean, with age, you look at life differently. So I feel like I even remember, when you're young, you're afraid when you're dating to say I love you, because what if they don't say it back? Like that whole, like, I can't say it. You want, but with age, you are actually more like, I love this person, and they don't have to say it back. I'm confident enough in myself to be like, you know what, I really love you, but you don't need. But as a young person, and I think back to the song made me think back to when I met my husband when I was 20, and we've been married 34 years.
Wow.
So yeah, but I had heartache before that, and there was actually a time where, at a young age, I was so vulnerable and felt like I needed someone so bad that when I had a breakup, I honestly like felt like I wanted to like die. Like it was that deep of a pain.
Yes, it really is. It's sad.
Yeah,
You feel like you're not going to overcome it, and you're like, how am I ever going to get over this? Like, but
I know. There's a line that I love, and it's what you don't know that you don't know. And it's, so I could look back when I was 19, not knowing that a year later I was going to meet my husband, who's an incredible man, and we have had this great love, and we've had this incredible marriage. But at the time, if someone could have said to me, it's okay because in a year you're going to meet this man, you know what I mean? But
I
we get
do.
into such a dark place that we can't see. And I think that's a challenge. So sometimes if a song like that can bring someone out of that dark place,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it's such a gift.
Yeah, and I hope it does. Like the song, the song is so sad, and it doesn't really necessarily like say it's gonna be okay or really anything like that. But it's just really like shows like I don't know, it really just I don't know. I guess it just helps you relate to people that you're not the only one that goes through this.
That's honestly, that's what people need to know.
Yeah, that you're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not the only one sitting on your couch crying with a tub of ice cream. You're not the only one, bar starring. I definitely did that for a few months. Like bar star, that was my coping mechanism for my breakup, is I just went out to the bar all the time and drank. Not proud
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
That's what I had to do. I had to go with my friends and have fun and try and get over it. But everyone goes through that. I didn't eat. I was like so upset. I didn't eat. There's all these things that I just remember sitting there too. I would sit there and I was going on along life, and then I would just like think like, maybe this is why it didn't work out. Maybe I did this wrong. And I would sit there and think all these things, and like, you realize later in life, like you didn't do any, like, it's not you. You're just sitting there, trying to make excuses for yourself or whatever, trying to pick yourself apart when that's not the case at all. You're going to find someone who loves you for who you are, and they're never going to make you feel like that,
You're right. Yeah.
So.
And the thing is too, the power of when you love someone else, like they don't, like the person that you're in love with, they can do and be and say what like they need to say. You don't have to take everything personally.
Mhm.
As long as you're in a healthy relationship and it's loving. It's not like, I think we have to separate when we're young. We almost become part of that person,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know.
You start
Um,
talking like them. You start. It's like.
well, and plus a breakup at a young age, you're breaking up what you think your future is.
Mhm.
Like you plan ahead, you're going to marry this person, you see this whole life. Maybe the guy doesn't, but the women, we do get more emotional. And then when the breakup comes, it's like you're ending your dream or your future.
Yeah.
So you yeah, it's crazy.
But when you get over it, you are like a machine. You feel so strong, and there's nothing that can bring you down. And that's the one thing about coming out of a breakup, is like when you finally get there, when you're finally okay, you are so freaking okay. Like, all right, like I look at it sometimes like this. Like if I'm going through a breakup and I'm really sad and I'm feeling very vulnerable, like you don't want to ever be seen alone. You don't want to go to the, like, I could never picture myself going to the movies alone, because I'd be like, oh, people, like, I'm so down about myself that people might think that's weird. But then I think like, okay, when you're feeling strong and you're feeling powerful, like you can go do anything alone. You can, and you feel good about it. You don't care. You're like, you're happy to be alone. You're happy to be by yourself. You love your own company. But when you're so sad and you're going through something like that, I just remember like never wanting to like be alone, really, or just feeling like being alone was a bad thing. I didn't want to be in my own company. I just need, like, I was needing
Yeah.
one there. And it's just so empowering when you come out of that and you're just so strong and you love your you time. You love doing things on your own and you're just like, I'm awesome. Like, I don't.
That's true. And I do believe, and if anyone is watching this that is going through a heartache, I do believe that going through heartaches and relationships, it's just preparing you for the right relationship. So what you needed to learn in that first or second or third, whatever relationship, and you need to close that door so the next door opens for the amazing person you're meant to meet. But you need to have gone through some lessons. So you're like, oh, this is what I need in a relationship, and I'm stronger now. And you're going to go into the next relationship so much stronger.
Absolutely.
So it's part of the journey. I think there's a rare person that does meet first date and meet someone and falls in love. It does happen, but most of us have to go through
a few
heartache.
What did I see? Oh, it was so cute. I don't know if you watch This Is Us.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I know. That's amazing, that show.
Oh, it's so good. And I forget what the dad's name is. Do you remember what the dad's name is? Really hot dad.
I haven't watched it in a while, but I actually have on my wall, This Is Us sign.
Oh, do you? Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm drawing a blank. Jack was
Jack.
His daughter. He's like, boyfriends are like waffles. You got to make a few before you get the right one. And I just thought that was so cute. And it's true. Like, you make that first waffle, it always sucks.
So funny.
You got to keep making the waffles to get the right one. But I just loved the way he explained that to his daughter. She's like, oh, okay. Like, I'm like,
wow.
That's really cute. But it's true.
It's true. There's been a lot of moments where I'm like, oh, that could be a song, and that could be a song. But there's something that I listened to Oprah, and I listened to YouTube, and she said something that I thought was really interesting. She said that, like, Maya Angelou was her closest mentor friend, and supposedly Oprah had called her crying one day in a really bad place. And Maya Angelou, who's brilliant, said, stop your crying, like, stop right now. And she's like, what am I going to stop my crying? I'm devastated. And she said, stop right now and say thank you. And Oprah, I'll never forget this. Oprah said, thank you. I'm in misery. I want you to feel my pain. She goes, stop, say thank you, because God has put a rainbow in every cloud and your rainbow is coming.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
That is beautiful. Oh my gosh.
So to think about when you're going through something terrible, there is a rainbow in a cloud somewhere, and it is out there and it's coming. And I think to just be able to say, thank you, I am in pain, but like, and actually that's the last thing I want to ask you is what are you most grateful for? Because I really believe gratitude is healing. Mm-hmm. And when, even if you're in pain, you can look around and say, okay, like, I have my eyesight, I can walk, go for a walk outside, I have feet to walk on. Some people don't. I mean, and so gratitude in the simple moments, I think, can completely change your life. So,
absolutely. Oh gosh, I mean, I have so much to be grateful for, but if I had to be like grateful, I mean, obviously I'm very grateful for, my voice and my talent, and that I have that ability to be able to, try and shine some light for people, or just to have a voice at all for people, for women. But my family, I just think I have the most wonderful family in the entire world. Mm-hmm. And my family by no means is perfect. No one's family is perfect, but I'm just so grateful for my family. If I could be grateful for one thing, it's definitely the family that I have. Like, we are all just so close. It's like crazy how close we are, and it's so nice. And I'm just really grateful every day. Like, they've been there for me through thick and thin, through ugly and pretty, and through this and that. And they're wonderful. And like, I'm really, really, really grateful. I, don't know what I would do without my family.
Aww, I absolutely love that.
Oh, and that's doing that weird alien thing.
Oh, well, we'll sign off.
Oh no.
It's all good. Guess we might have lost some sound. Should we sign off?
1 second. Hello?
Hello? It's okay. We'll sign off. Thank you. It's like we're having a mic problem, but that's okay. We'll say goodbye.
Okay. Well, okay.
Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Bye.